And do you think it will work? My old contacts are... I need to get an eye appointment set up. Van, help me remember this. I need to get my an eye doctor appointment set up. Who has an eye doctor recommendation?
I go over here.
Walmart. Do you go to who goes to Walmart Eye Care? All right, good morning, everybody. We are back. Did anybody notice I didn't even put any product in my hair today?
That's good.
I went without the product this morning. I don't need no damn product. I think it looks better when it's this short without product. What do you think? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Happy, I don't even know what day it is. Look, I got a confession. This might get people, will this get anybody's attention? Hey, when you get on here, you'll probably be let down because it ain't a great confession, but it's an internal confession. Gracie, good morning. Before I get into my confession, let's talk about 60 seconds of gratitude. We'll start off. Number one in the old leaderboard is our girl, Lorema. She had a phone call with a dude yesterday. He was a real ass, you said.
Real ass.
He was just a real ass. Dickhead, she called him. I think she said dickhead in her Oriental language. And it sounded like dickhead, I think is what the lady said. Wasn't very nice, but she hit her target yesterday. Congratulations. Did you set an appointment yesterday?
I did. We scheduled though.
Okay. Hayden hit his target. 51 calls. Did you set an appointment yesterday?
Yeah.
Are they the ones that...
The gentleman that...
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Noah hit his target. We get light after that. Thank you, Noah, for hitting your target. KK! Ugh, what happened?
I focused too much on doing hair yesterday.
Josh is not here. Gracie was out of town. But, you know, Drew asks me all the time, when do I not ever hit my calls? Drew is kind of all or nothing. Have you ever noticed? Yesterday, he made 3 calls.
Hey, if he commits, he commits.
I mean, 3 calls. That is like, that's like... It's just terrible. It's like the end of the night going home with the ugliest girl you can find in the bar, Drew. I mean, no, just make it official and not even call anybody, okay? Happy hump day to you too, Rabbit. I'm glad you are back. Hey, I'm getting some emails coming in. I see people are sharing the page. Look, if you do me a favor, share the page. If you've never seen this, like my page. I'd appreciate that. Every single day, I tell people to write down your goals. Have y'all heard me say that? Did you write yours down? You promise.
You promise.
If I ever told, I don't know if I've gotten with you. Do I tell you to write down your goals? Yes. Do you? Do I ever tell you this, Lorema? Do I tell you this?
To write down my goals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do it?
No.
Okay. Well, Pruitt, I miss Josh Harrell too. And I don't know if Josh is on here. He better be on here. Somebody say, Josh, you better get your ass on here, boy. You better be on here. I don't care where you at. If you're in the Walmart down there in Hollywood, hey, he's on here. He's committed. Okay, so I'm telling everybody to write down your goals. And this is something that I've been doing for almost 2 years now. And I ran out of paper. This is going to just sound like old pathetic excuses. But like in April, I ran out of notepads. Ran out of everything. And like mid-April, I ain't talking about the end of April. I'm talking like it's been over 2 months now, I think, since I was writing down my goals. And I said in May, well, I'm just going to start back on June 1st. You know, it's kind of ridiculous that you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, I'll just start it up. Good morning, Chris Clark. Thank you for getting on here. It's ridiculous that I'm putting off like 2 weeks, but I had to go find some paper, which we had here. And something changed. I took off this 2 months of writing down my goals, and I'm going to be honest. I felt like shit for not doing it. I felt terrible. What does it say about me if I'm not even writing down my goals?
You don't want to get to your goals.
You're getting distracted.
You don't want to get to them. You're getting distracted. What would you say over there, Shaggy?
So you're losing in that area.
Aiden, congratulations again, friend.
I'd say it's become unimportant.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happens. You become disconnected with your future. Type that in there. Remember that. I said that. You can remember that, Daniel. Whenever you stop writing down your goals, you become disconnected with your future. Aiden passed his test over the last, I don't know how long he's been studying for this, but every single day he woke up and he was probably studying for something that was going to come. I think it was last week, and he got his results back maybe yesterday or the day, I think it was yesterday. Congrats again, Aiden. But whatever you put your attention to, results will grow. And I've been extremely... Van, are you on there as me?
I must be.
Yeah.
Switch it to me.
Posted. Danielle, whenever you stop writing down your goals, you become disconnected with your future. And I've been saying this, but I haven't been doing it, and I feel really guilty. And because I haven't been doing it, do you think it's more or less likely that this will happen for me?
Less likely.
Less likely. And the reason why is because for me, and I changed my goals. I multiplied up. I leveled up on my goals. They're a lot more. They've changed a little bit. And the reason why it's so important to write down these huge goals, these things that you're giving yourself, is you need to commit to things that are going to change your life. You don't need to write down a goal that's just going to get this much better. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I would used to write down a goal where I might want to increase whatever my income or something by maybe 20 or 25%. Well, the problem with that is it ain't much of a difference between 20 and 25%. The number 10 and the number 12, that's a 20% increase. How much of a difference is that?
Not much.
How about from 50 to 57 or what? I mean, it just ain't much of a difference. Now, when you go from 10 to 50, see, you start, I have something for you, Hayden McKee, says Chris Clark. Whenever you make the decision that you're going to do probably some barbecue sauce, whenever you make the decision that you want something a whole lot bigger in your life, you'll come to these decision points. And for me, the decision points has been on this expansion. Who's coming in? You're disgusted by something. Oh, man. People are booing you, dude. Where's our energy drink? If you're going to come in late, at least bring us something. But whenever you come to these key decision points in your life, could be simple things like getting here early. Could be making those phone calls. It could be doing something I'm afraid to do. Whenever it's time for you to push through these things where you're unsure of you want to do, the reason why I do it is because I know where I want to get to. Because I wrote down these goals. And I was at this Cardone conference about 2 years ago, and he said, look, let's just make this real simple. How big is your team now? How big do you want it to get? And you just do the math. You just multiply it. He just multiplied everything by 10. If you want to get 10 times bigger, and at the time my goal was for us to get to 200 deals. Well, now I've changed that. We need to be getting to 1,000 deals. I've got to find a way to get 50 or 100 people to 1,000 deals. So how do you do that? Well, expansion costs a lot of money. You know what I'm saying, Larima? So what is expansion? What are ways we expand? People, leads, space. All these things require money. It requires risk. It requires you building up your courage to do this. So if you don't have this blueprint, if you don't have something that's creating a stable decision in your life, it's very hard to make sense of doing these things. If I want to get to 1,000 homes sold for our team, I'm probably going to just have to look at where we are and multiply it to get to that number. And everything, people, leads, space, all these things that we think of. So, what we were talking about before you got in here this morning is, do you write down goals? Who here write down, hey, get it off your chest? My wife is on here. I didn't even see her. She snuck in here. Who on here, and she'd notice this if she went into my office, who here, do you write down your goals?
I do not. Not consistently. I did like the beginning of the year. But
Yeah. Well, see, that's the problem. Most people write down their goals at the beginning of the year, and guess when they come back and look at them? The next year. So what I'm telling you is to bring attention and bring awareness to them every single day. Do you think if you were bringing awareness to your dreams and to your goals every single day, do you think you would perform better or worse?
Better.
Why don't you do it? See, I got a confession. I haven't done it for 2 months.
You're forgiven.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So since June 1st, that's what is today? The 3rd or 2nd? I don't even know. June 2nd, the last 2 days, I've gotten back to this, and it's gotten me back into the proper alignment that I need for the future Tommy. See, today, everything that I do today is going to be a result into my future. What are you going to do today?
Don't you have like 7 or 8?
I've got 7.
7.
Still have 7.
What if you struggle with like doing all, you know what I mean, like a whole page worth of goals and then not knowing what to focus on?
Well, I would just say this. What are things you want in your life? Health-wise, financially, family? What are the things that you want in your... What is Hayden? Who is Hayden?
What do you write out? Like, are they super long term or are they shorter term?
No, this is something that I want to... Like, one of my dreams, one of my goals is to have a house on the ocean. I used to say I want a house on 38. Now I want a house on the ocean. I used to say I want to make $1 million a year. Now I've raised it to $5 million a year. And I'm not right now trying to come up with how I'm going to get there. I'm just putting it into my future. This is where I want to get to. Okay? And whenever I'm on this journey, every day there's decision points that you make. Something's going to pop up, and it's going to help you justify doing what you need to get to that long-term, whatever you want to call it. I just say that new version of you, the future version of you. What do you want that to look like? Well, you create this person, this thing every single day. It's built every single day. It doesn't just happen. It's built just like a car. Does anybody ever want a fancy car? That's one thing I've never cared about. You want a fancy car? Okay, what kind of car do you want?
Well, Lamborghini.
What do you want? I want a Ferrari. Okay, well, think about this. What if they started the Ferrari today? How long does it take to build a Ferrari? Just make it up. I don't care.
6 months.
It takes 6 months, he said. The man said 6 months to build a Ferrari. Okay, so they start with the Ferrari. What happens if they take off 2 months on that? How long does it take?
8 months.
8 months. It's the math. 6 plus 2, it's 8. That's what you're delaying what you want in your life if you don't do this every single day. It's very simple. And the last 2 months, I've kind of gotten a little disconnected from that. I'm a little off, and I don't feel right. And it bothers me because I know without having that attention, that awareness, I'm not going where I want to get. I'm just kind of out there. I do know every single day what my targets are or what our goals are, but you've got to be connected. Do you understand what connected is? Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to you?
In touch with it.
What does connected mean to you, new girl?
Basically what she said, but like.
Well, you
I'm
can't steal her
passionate
shit.
about it.
You got to come up with your own connection. Let's Google let's Google the definition of connection.
Where's Josh when you need him?
When two things touch.
Is that what it says?
No.
Them 2 things align.
Connection. See definition. A relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked or associated with something else. Okay, so if these things are important to you, if you really, really want these things, here's where it begins. Making the decision that I want this future Noah. I want this future Hayden. Or do I just want to wake up one day and I didn't get where I wanted to? Then I'm looking back and I'm like, well, damn, I stopped working. I didn't pay attention. I didn't put focus. I wasn't connected to that future me. So I'm always aware of that future Tommy. Last 2 months I've been a little off and it's been bothering me. So get connected to your future self, everybody. Have a great day.